If you're watching this video, you probably got copyright claims, or you're confused about reseller licenses, or maybe you just want to learn more about IP. Well, if that's true, then keep watching. Hi, it's Seto from RenderForest. We get these questions a lot. What is copyright? Why am I getting a copyright claim on my video? What's a reseller license? And what is a trademark? In this video, we're going to be giving away 3 free HD downloads, so the first 3 people to comment with the timestamp of when Randy appears will win. First, let's talk about intellectual property in general. Intellectual property is an umbrella term for a set of intangible assets or assets that are not physical in nature. Intellectual property is owned and legally protected by a company from outside use or implementation without consent. Intellectual property can consist of many types of assets, including patents, copyrights, trademarks, franchises, trade secrets, and much more. Next, let's talk about copyright. Copyright laws protect creators of original material from unauthorized duplication or use. For an original work to be protected by copyright laws, it has to be in tangible form. In the US, the work of a creator is protected by copyright laws until 70 years after their death. When somebody creates a product that is viewed as original and requires significant mental activity to create, this product becomes an intellectual property that must be protected from unauthorized duplication. One safeguard that can be used to legally protect the original creation is copyright. Some examples are computer software, art, poetry, graphic design, musical lyrics and compositions, novels, films, original architecture designs, website content, and much more. Now that you know the basics of copyright, this will lead us to our next topic, which is YouTube claims. If you upload a video that contains copyright protected content, your video can get the Content ID claim. These claims are automatically generated when you upload the video that matches other videos or a part of another video, and then YouTube will notify you with the Content ID system. Copyright owners can set the Content ID to block uploads that match the copyright work that they own the rights to. They also have the option to leave the video remaining up with ads. The revenue will then go to the owner of the content that is claimed. So what can I do if my video has Content ID claim? Depending on the situation, you have a few different options to pick from if you get the Content ID claim. If you agree with the claim, you can do nothing. So if you believe that the claim is valid, you can leave it and then change your mind later. This is how you remove claimed content from your video. If you believe that the claim is valid, then what you can do is remove the part of your video that has been claimed, instead of re-uploading a whole new video. You basically have 3 options. The first one is to trim out the segment of your video that was claimed, so basically cutting out that section. The second option that you have is to replace that song or audio clip. You can choose a free track from the YouTube audio library and just replace a part that was claimed. The third option that you have is muting the audio. If your music is claimed through YouTube, you have the option to mute just that part of the video or to mute the entire audio track of the song. Your last option is to do shared revenue. So if your video is in the partner program and your video is claimed, you may be able to share revenue with the music producer. Let's say that you disagree with the claim. What you can do is dispute the claim. If you believe that the claim has been made on your video that is invalid, or you believe you have the rights to the audio or music, these are some steps that YouTube has to view or to take action on. The first thing you need to do is log into YouTube Studio. From the left menu, click Content. In the restrictions column, if a video has a claim on it, it will be labeled Copyright Claim. Hover over Copyright Claim in the restrictions column and click See Details. Click the down arrow to minimize and expand the claim details. Under the content found, you can click the section and view the segment that was claimed on the Content ID system. Last is the reseller license. Here at RenderForest, the reseller license gives you the opportunity to resell the HD videos that you create for other companies or clients. Most agencies resell our videos, and we do not have any limitations in the case of exported HD versions. So for example, when you create and purchase a product in HD 1080, whether it's a single export or by subscription, through the agency plan, this is acceptable. If you want more information about the agency plan for reseller license access, you can find detailed descriptions of our options on our pricing page. Next, let's talk about using RenderForest music on YouTube. Videos and music available on RenderForest are licensed but can be used on YouTube. even if the music you use is from our library, you still may get a copyright claim. If that happens, please contact support@renderforest.com. Depending on the song or track that you use, it may require different actions. If you upload to a non-public website or just download for personal use, then there shouldn't be a problem. Sometimes there may be automated copyright claims which are not connected to our songs, rather it's from YouTube themselves. If in this case there's a dispute and you have the rights, you can then make the claim and it should work. We're branding and design experts. We're not lawyers. So if you have more specific questions or you're looking for advice, we suggest that you speak to a lawyer that specializes in IP. You can also check out the links in the description for additional reading. Also, down there you can find the link to this week's intro video template. Thanks for sticking with us so far. You can use the code that appears now during checkout for a discount on your first paid subscription. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that bell for more creative and branding tool tutorials. Thanks, and see you next week.